I will say good noon since it's not 1 minute afternoon, nor is it still morning. So welcome everyone to the third meeting of the House Transportation Committee for the 2024 session. I ask our members and our guests, would you please silence your phones while you're in the meeting? Also remind those in the audience that any presentations and amendments considered at today's meeting have been posted in the meeting materials on our committee's webpage for this meeting. With that being said, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Representative Branscombe.
Here.
Representative Bridges. Representative Camiel. Representative Elliott. Here. Representative Fleming. Representative Hale.
Here.
Representative Heverin. Representative Herron.
Here.
Representative Hodgson.
Here.
Representative Huff.
Here.
Representative Imes. Here. Representative Lewis.
Here.
Representative McCool.
Here.
Representative Mosier. Representative Neighbors.
Here.
Representative Palumbo. Representative Roberts.
Here.
Representative Smith.
Here.
Representative Tackett Lafferty.
Here.
Representative Thomas.
Present.
Representative Upchurch.
Here.
Representative Wesley.
Here.
Representative Williams.
Here.
Co-Chair Dixon.
Here.
Chairman Blanton.
Present. It appears we do have a quorum present and are duly constituted to conduct our business. With that, we will need a motion and a second to approve the last meeting's minutes, and they are in your folder to the committee members. I have a motion by Representative Dixon, second by Chairman Upchurch. I will. Those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Minutes are approved. Do any members have any guests that they would like to introduce before we get started? Seeing none, we'll move forward. And the first item on our agenda is House Bill 29, sponsored by Representative Lewis. Representative Lewis, would you and your guests please make your way to the table? Once you're there, if you'll introduce yourself for the record, you may begin your testimony.
Thank you, Chairman, members of the committee. Derek Lewis, representing the 90th District, proudly serving Clay, Leslie, and Laurel County.
Representative Tim Truitt, representing the 89th District.
Eric Hubbard, Executive Director of Back Roads of Appalachia, covering all of the Eastern Kentucky and the Appalachian region.
Thank you all for having us today. So House Bill 29 looks similar to what was in this committee last year, and Senate Bill 96. What Senate Bill 96 did is it permitted approved racing events to be held on county city roads. At that time, it did not include state roads. That is all this bill does. Pretty straightforward. I have spoken with the Transportation Cabinet, and it does seek their approval.
Motion
the bill.
Motion, do I hear a second? Second. Motion and second on the bill. Y'all want to continue?
I'll just say, Eric, tell them about some of the events that we've had this year.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity as always. Eastern Kentucky's home to me, and I take great pride in our people. Last year, from our events that we was able to do, we was able to bring in 44,000 visitors and almost $38 million into the state, but most importantly to our communities that's in dire need of a push of economics to them. With the bill of this opportunity, it gives us the opportunity to compete against the state of West Virginia, which you legally can do as a state highway closure with a safety plan and insurance and a sanctioning body to be able to do proper motorsports throughout our Commonwealth. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hubbard. Any questions? Representative Tackett Lafferty.
Thank you. So you said proper insurance. So your company or whoever's seeking the right to race on the highway would maintain insurance and take that responsibility off of the state?
Yes, ma'am. We already do that within our county governments now, and also with the national forests and state parks. Minimum requirements is $1 million, but we always push for a $5 million insurance policy, ensuring that the owners, the state, Commonwealth, counties, cities, or national forests or parks are secondary on the insurance policy. One thing I would like to advise, and no trying to brag on what we're able to do, if someone else takes off and with this bill, I would like to be able to review their safety plan and their sanctioning before they get permission, just because we want this to be positive for the Commonwealth and never negative.
One more question, Mr. Chair. So you did say that this, did you say it seeks the approval of the state or requires the approval of the state?
For a state, if it crosses a state road, whether that's entirely on a state road or just crosses over, it would take the approval of the Transportation
Okay.
Cabinet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Seeing no other questions, there being a motion second. Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Representative Branscombe.
Yes.
Representative Bridges.
Yes, and I'd like to record my presence.
Representative Camuel.
Yes, and I'd also like to record my attendance.
Representative Dixon. Representative Elliott. Representative Fleming.
Aye.
Representative Hale.
Yes.
Representative Heverin.
Yes, and I too would like to record my attendance.
Representative Aaron.
Yes.
Representative Hodgson. Representative Huff.
Yes.
Representative Imes.
Yes.
Representative Lewis.
Yes.
Representative McCool.
Yes.
Representative Mosier.
Yes, and I'd like to record my presence. Apparently, we were all late.
Representative Neighbors.
Yes.
Representative Palumbo. Representative Roberts. Representative Smith.
Yes.
Representative Tackett Lafferty.
Yes.
Representative Thomas.
Aye.
Representative Upchurch.
Yes.
Representative Wesley. Representative Williams.
Yes.
Chairman Blanton.
Aye. House Bill 29 is reported with favorable expression. Same should do so on the floor. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Chairman, members of the committee.
Next on our agenda is House Bill 249, sponsored by Representative Raymer. Representative Raymer, if you'd make your way to the table and introduce yourself or any guest you may have for the record, and then you may begin your testimony.
Representative Rebecca Raymer, District 15. This is House Bill 249. This is related to low-speed vehicles. Basically just says that if a vehicle meets the federal guidelines set forth for low-speed vehicle, that there's no other regulations that it would need to meet. And Kentucky already spells out what low-speed vehicles are as well.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second has been made, and I will point out this is essentially a cleanup bill from previous legislation for clarification on the definition. Any questions? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Representative Branscombe.
Yes.
Representative Bridges.
Yes.
Representative Camuel.
Yes.
Representative Dixon. Representative Elliott. Representative Fleming.
Aye.
Representative Hale.
Yes.
Representative Heverin.
Yes.
Representative Herron.
Yes.
Representative Hodgson. Representative Huff.
Yes.
Representative Imes.
Yes.
Representative Lewis. Representative McCool.
Yes.
Representative Mosier.
Yes.
Representative Neighbors.
Yes.
Representative Palumbo. Representative Roberts.
Yes.
Representative Smith.
I'd like to explain my vote. It's a yes vote. I was looking through here. There's nothing about Ohio tags in the left lane, so it doesn't deal with Ohio tags then. I know that's an issue we have, but I'm a yes.
Representative Tackett Lafferty.
Yes.
Representative Thomas.
Aye.
Representative Upchurch.
Yes.
Representative Wesley. Representative Williams.
Yes.
Chairman Blanton.
Aye. And Representative Lewis, would you like to record a vote? Representative Lewis, would you like to record a vote?
Yes, Chairman, I would like to record a yes vote, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
House Bill 49 is reported with favorable expression. Same should do so on the floor of the House.
Thank you.
Thank you. The final voting item on our agenda is House Bill 375, sponsored by Representative Bridges. Representative Bridges, if you could make your way to the table, and any guests that you may have with you. Please identify yourselves both for the record, and then you may begin your testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I apologize to you and the committee for my tardiness. I got a little sidetracked, but we have here before us today is House Bill 375, It is more or less a cleanup bill from a previous bill we ran a few years ago. It addresses car titles. It's currently the Transportation Cabinet does not allow registration of a motor vehicle if the co-signer, co-buyer is not a Kentucky resident.
Don't interrupt you.
I'm sorry, I gotta introduce myself.
Committee sub.
Okay.
Would you like to work off it?
Yeah, okay.
My bad.
My
fault.
Sorry about that. Yes, we need to adopt a committee sub.
Have a motion, second on committee sub. All those in favor, say aye. Any opposed? Motion is adopted. Now proceed with your committee sub.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir.
Again, my apology. It's
No problem.
one of those days. Currently, the Transportation Cabinet does not allow the registration of a motor vehicle if the co-signer or co-buyer is not a Kentucky resident. And there are situations where co-signers may live in one of our 7 adjoining states or elsewhere. Military families, for example, when a spouse is stationed here in Kentucky and the other spouse lives at their original home or something. House Bill 375 will allow for the registration of the primary owner that lives in Kentucky and the co-signer and co-buyer that is not in a Kentucky residence. If the primary owner is no longer an owner, then the co-owner shall move the title of vehicle to their state of residence. But if one of the co-owners is a resident of Kentucky, say a military person stationed in Fort Campbell or somewhere like that, they can purchase an automobile here in Kentucky and they can license it here in Kentucky. But if they were to, and that's good for 12 months, and then if they were to move or no longer own that car, it would have to be transferred to the co-signer and go, or co-borrower, and go to the state of their residence and moved out of Kentucky. I have with me a guest, and I'll let him introduce himself. I failed to introduce myself. I'm Representative Bridges from District 3.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. I'm Tom Underwood. I'm here on behalf of the Kentucky Automobile Dealers Association.
Question before the body. Do I hear? Motion and second has been made. We do have a question. Representative Tackett Lafferty.
Representative Bridges, does the committee substitute deal with the vehicle weight requirements?
It does. It does raise it from 6,000 to 10,000, I believe. But in light of our efforts for electric vehicles and the batteries and everything, we saw a need that weight requirement should go up a little, just to ensure that we're staying current with current needs and future needs.
Yeah, Representative, some of the language in there, I believe, is also some cleanup language related to that. I don't think it was primarily a part of the bill that was proposed. It was a proposal from the cabinet, as I understand, to make that 10,000. I think it has to do with heavier duty pickup trucks that are licensed at a 10,000 rate is the reason for that.
My understanding, we no longer have a 6,000 to 10,000 weight category, so it's just cleanup language.
Well, just in eastern Kentucky, we have large coal trucks traveling the roadways, so I just wanted to make sure that requirement didn't affect the overloaded coal trucks.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
It does not affect them, and we don't have enough of them running. So we still have
I
a few
agree.
of them. So, any other questions from members? Seeing none, Madam Secretary, please call the roll.
Representative Branscombe? Yes. Representative Bridges?
Yes.
Representative Camuel?
Yes.
Representative Dixon? Yes. Representative Elliott? Representative Fleming?
Aye.
Representative Hale?
Yes.
Representative Hebron? Yes. Representative Herron?
Yes.
Representative Hodgson?
Aye.
Representative Huff?
Yes.
Representative Imes?
Yes.
Representative Lewis?
Yes.
Representative McCool?
Yes.
Representative Mosier?
Yes.
Representative Neighbors?
Yes.
Representative Palumbo? Representative Roberts?
Yes.
Representative Smith?
Yes.
Representative Tackett Lafferty?
Yes.
Representative Thomas?
Aye.
Representative Upchurch?
Yes.
Representative Wesley? Yes. Representative Williams?
Yes.
Chairman Blanton?
Aye. House Bill 375, as amended by the committee sub, is reported with favorable expression. Same should do so on the House floor. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee.
And that concludes our agenda items for today. I appreciate everyone for coming. We will see you next week at 12